Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Good morning to everybody.
Recording in progress.
Morning, Chair. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Fine, thanks.
Thanks. Can we start, members? We would like to conclude this report before the programming committee finishes its work today. They are starting at 8:30 so that they can be programmed for the coming week. So that is the aim, is to ensure that the programming committee programs our reports for the coming week. Can we start with the report of the South African Human Rights Commission to deliberate on the 4 full-time vacancies and 2 part-time vacancies? What is the feeling of members?
Chair, I think that a lot of people are still struggling to join because I only got the link this morning, and I know that Werner didn't have it either. So I think if you can give them a minute or two to join.
Okay, can we allow for 5 minutes for members to join and leaders of parties to assist their members to join?
Will do.
Thank you.
Chairperson, whilst they are still joining, I know the researchers had a lot of work to do, and the program is so there's a lot to do, but I thought they would be able to do a summary of each and every candidate. But then if you are not doing it like that, then it means, yes, we will use our own notes, but I thought that was going to be very helpful. But let other members join and then we will talk.
Okay. Can we proceed? In terms of apologies, we have an apology of Honorable Engelbrecht, who is still off sick. Are there any other apologies?
Good morning, Chair. Morning, colleagues. Swat here. I need to leave as soon as we've done the first item to join the programming committee. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Swartz. I know that you are barred from raising justice matters, but if you can just alert them that our reports are coming in a few minutes.
If you'll protect me from the Chief Whip. He gets most upset when I raise justice issues.
Don't ask him because he raises other issues. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we proceed? There was a suggestion that was made by Honorable Mkhwebane. I think it was during that short break. I think she must raise it formally now that we have resumed our meeting.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, everyone. No, I was saying, Chairperson, I thought the Secretariat will compile a list of all the candidates with a short summary of our interviews and the critical issues we've raised. But acknowledging as well that they might have had a lot of we had a lot of meetings and the recordings, but they were there and they were capturing notes. Yes, we have our own notes, which we can deliberate on, but I thought it was going to be very quick if that is happening. So I didn't raise it yesterday because I thought possibly they'll email it. But we can just proceed, Chairperson, if that's how you do the work.
No, thank you very much. I think it's a very good suggestion. I think just for the sake of time now, maybe for today, let's use our notes. But I think it's a very good thing as part of what we should do going forward. But we also are aware that they generally be overwhelmed by a lot of work and reports that they needed to write at a very short notice. But I do think that it improves our processes. I think we should embrace it going forward. But I would request that maybe we use our notes for now. Will that be fine, Honorable Mkhwebane?
Yes, Chairperson, for the sake of progress, yeah.
Yes. Honorable Chanche? Honorable Chanche?
Yes, Chair, I would agree that we use our notes. I agree also with you that we can do it differently in future, but it does require that you're going to have to even redesign the process because Secretariat would not be in a position to do even that summary when there is no uniform kind of approach of interacting with candidates. It will be very difficult because we don't follow a particular pattern and of questions and so on. It's easy when you do that, then you can produce a summary. But on the basis of how we do it, it will be difficult for them to venture into our own views and make a summary. So I'm just saying as we go into the future to plan that, it might suggest that from the very start, how you design your process must allow them to do that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I think let's proceed. We will use our notes and our assessment of candidates. Can I now open for members to make contributions, to make their assessments? Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, Chair. No, I'm not responding to that, but because I was kind of out, there's a way that this site, there's a load shedding, so I'm in and out. I wanted to let the meeting away. That I'll keep on coming in as long as it kicks me out. But the weather is bad. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Let's move members quickly to deliberations. We want to conclude before the programming finishes so that our things can all be programmed. Honorable Jale, is that a new hand or an old hand?
No, it's an old hand, Chair. Thank you. I'll remove it.
Chairperson, I propose that, sorry for not raising the hand. You
It's
said
fine.
4 permanent and how many part-time?
2 part-time.
2 part-time. Can't we deliberate on each candidate? Maybe you say to us, let's start with what was the first candidate, the lady? Yes, and each member we can then indicate what's our view and about her skills, strength, experience, and how she performed during the interview and whether she's in or out.
I think that helps, Honorable Mkhwebane. Let's start with Advocate Sandra Mukwashe. Secretariat, would you assist me with by flighting other names as we finish each name? Then you will assist me with the next name. Let's start with Sandra. Honorable Jale.
Good morning, Chair. Comrade, my view, I didn't hear your introduction, but I'm just catching up as you are talking with Honorable Mkhwebane and also on the names, and we are now on the name Yaga Sandra. I think, Chair, my view is that Sandra did very well on the interview. I think I can recommend her to be part of the team, particularly on the part-time side. My reason being, from the presentation, the interviews, she's a young person, young woman, and she deserves to be given a chance. And also, but she indicated in the interview that she's got practice. She's also doing something. But I think, Chair, from how she was responding to our questions, it was very impressive and knowledgeable for me about these issues, and she seemed very energetic and ready to serve. So I'll recommend that we include her on the list of those that we recommend, and on part-time basis.
Thank you, Honorable Newbold.
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning, everyone on the platform. In the interest of time, I'd like to second what Honorable Jale just recommended, the name of Sandra Mukwashe. I'll second that name, also as part-time. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Horn.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning to you and the colleagues. Chair, from our side, unfortunately, our assessment is not in line with that of the of the Honorable Maseko Jele. Our assessment is that the interview exposed a lack of the level of experience, and therefore the lack of the type of baseline skills that would be required for somebody to be considered as a fit for this position, whether it is a full-time or a part-time commissioner. So therefore, from our side, we are not in a position to agree with this nomination, and we will not be able to support this candidate. Thank you.
Thank you. Advocate Mkhwebane.
Chairperson, considering the fact that Sandra Mukhashwa worked a lot, or she works a lot with the traditional leaders, rural communities, the fact that she also works at the rules board, she might understand a lot with the issue of the legal prescripts. I was disappointed though that she was also focusing, in fact, she has experience on labor law, but she failed to, deal with issues of farm workers and their plight. But I think being a young person and a person who has ideas about social media, and how she can contribute to the Human Rights Commission, though I feel that chairperson as the committee will have to go deeper and understand what discriminatory treatment of part-time commissioners versus full-time commissioners. And the unfortunate part, yes, I see that she was also awarded an award by the ANC Women's League, which might give a perception that she is an ANC person. But be that as it may, I will support Sandra Mukhashwa to be the part-time commissioner.
Thank you very much. Any other name? Any other hand? Can we say by majority we take note of the objection of the DA, but by majority Advocate Sandra Mukhata is supported? Can we go to the second name? Can you go to the second name? Committee Secretary.
Chairperson, good morning. The second name is Mr. Cesar Gungubel.
Mr. Asaza Gungubela.
Chairperson, Asaza, the challenges I had, he doesn't have a lot of experience. He's a very junior person according to his CV. I wouldn't say that the issue of not having a legal qualification stops him from working for the Human Rights Commission, but I think his experience actually is not a caliber of person which might assist the Human Rights Commission, so not supported.
Honorable Mkhwebane does not support the name of Mr. Asaza Gungubela. Any other views?
Chair Swatya, I also share concerns with his nomination. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Horn.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Neither his curriculum vitae or his interview convinced that he he meets the requirements to be considered for nomination. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other person who wants to speak on this name? No one. Can we move to the next name?
So the next one is Dr. Boshoff.
Dr. Boshoff. Anyone who wants to speak on the name of Dr. Boshoff? Honorable Jansen. Honorable Janji, followed by
Yes.
Honorable Nivotokan.
Thank you, Chair. Dr. Boshoff, in my view, is appointable to be a commissioner of the South African Human Rights Commission. Even though he had long answers, but I'm impressed by the diversity of experience that he has, ranging from 18 years of local government experience. I was also happy that even when he was recommended to the PSC in the Free State, he would have gotten a unanimous kind of support for that. His role in the PSC comes out very strong. He would have preferred full time, and I concur with that. The scorecard we gave the South African Human Rights Commission in their annual report does suggest that we need the caliber of Dr. Boshoff if we are to be seen as serious in changing the direction of the commission, that he needs to be part of that team. He did not shy away about his political involvement, and I would remember Honorable Horn pinning him on those in terms of his involvement in Free State, and I wouldn't want to penalize him on that. He was able to answer questions adequately, including responding to what the kind of issues you would do if you were to be a member. So I find him appointable, ready to be a commissioner, and support his nomination to be a full-time commissioner of the South African Human Rights Commission.
Thank you, Honorable Nivotokan. I would request members to mind time, because I think we want to conclude by past so that these reports go to the programming. Honorable Nivotokan.
Yes, Chairperson, with everything that Honorable Janki has said, I do support Dr. Boshoff as well to be appointed to the Human Rights Commission. His experience in the PSC for a lot of years is very, very valuable to assist the Human Rights Commission as well. So I support his nomination.
Thank you very much. Any other hand on this one? The support for Dr. Boshoff. The next name? Committee Secretary, can you be quick?
The next name is Mr. Rodney Tilly.
Who?
Kamuhelo Rodney Tilly.
DLA.
DLA.
Oh.
Any deliberations on Mr. DLA? Honorable Jela?
Thank you very much, Comrade Chairperson. Without waste of time, I don't think that I support the name of DLA with the report that we have received, and also how he performed in the interviews, without just getting into details because of time, Chair. We were all part of the interviews. I don't support that name. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Breitenbach.
Thanks, Chair. I agree with the Honorable Mseko Jele.
Thank you. Honorable Mkhwebane.
Chairperson, I support Mr. Tele. The fact that he's was going to bring a very critical aspect to the Human Rights Commission as for people with disabilities, and he performed well. And I wouldn't blame the outcome of the not the vetting, the screening, because I mean, being Africans, we are crushed side by side and on all sides relating to that. But yeah, well, anyway, the majority will succeed, but I think he's a brilliant young man. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to Advocate Mkhwebane's candidate? By majority, the name falls off. Committee Secretary,
Next one is Mr. Vernon Seymour.
And Mr. Vernon Seymour. Any takers? Honorable Newbold Tuchan.
Morning, Chair. I don't support Mr. Seymour.
Honorable Horn.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I agree. Unfortunately, his CV and specifically some of the information extracted during the interview makes it clear that he doesn't meet the requirement of being fit and proper for this position. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jele.
I was supporting that, Chair, without waste of time. I'm not supporting him in actual fact. I'm supporting what the comrade is saying. Thank you.
So you're saying comrade Werner Horn. You're supporting comrade Werner Horn.
No, I'm saying I'm not supporting him. I'm supporting the comrades. Thank you, Chair.
Thank
To
you
say
very
the
much.
honorable, my apology, not the comrades, the honorables. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. The name is not supported. Can we move to the next name?
The next one is Miss Quinana.
Miss Quinana, any takers? Honorable Jele.
Chairperson, I think I was going to say, I feel that we need to include, I'm
Honorable Jele.
going to support the name of Comrade Quinana, gender one, because the original question, Chair. Number two, Miss Quinana has proven herself, Chair, in the interview. Despite that glitterings, in fact, between herself and Honorable Mkhwebane, I note that, but I don't think that we must punish her. She has an experience, and also, Chair, she was able to express herself. She's got a skill. The fact that she's also part of the team of judges, as she was indicating that acting, she's got a lot of information. I mean to say, experience that she can do well and assist us also.
Thank you.
So in the commission, I support the name of
Honorable Newbold Tuchan.
on the sorry chair, on the full-time base. Sorry, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Newbold Tuchan.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I support everything that Honorable Jele just said. I also support the name of Ms. Quinana. She's also from, representing, or she's been involved a lot with rural women as well.
Thank you very much, Advocate Mkhwebane.
Yes, Chair, I support Quinana. I think the only thing she needs to change and improve on is to listen and not rush to answer, because my issue was they fail as these organizations to use Chapter 9 institutions to fight for the rights of the marginalized. So she couldn't get that point, that it's not about money to take institutions to court, but it's about how they can then use
Advocate Mkhwebane?
She's frozen.
She's frozen. But I think the gist of what she was saying is that she supports Ms. Inana. Can we move to the next candidate?
The next one is Mr. Chris Nissen.
Mr. Chris Nissen. We take it that members have read the screening reports of all the candidates and their responses, those that had issues. So they will incorporate those things in their deliberations. Ms. Reverend Chris Nissen, any takers?
Swati, Chair. I support Reverend Chris Nissen. I support him for his experience and his passion. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honorable Ngola.
Thank you very much, Chair. No, Chair, I will support Honorable Swart. I think I've read the issues relating to Mr. Chris Nissen, which relates to issues he experienced as a young boy in the long time ago. But I think what he has written to us, I will only focus on what he has written to us. I think it's a satisfactory mitigating a statement that we must not prohibit him on the basis of him being 12 years and all those things. Long ago, during apartheid periods and all those things. So I think I will support Honorable Swart in supporting Mr. Chris Nissen.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Horn.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Let me put it on record that in terms of all of the incumbent human rights commissioners, I think we, from our side, will reserve our position. I think whilst, of course, in terms of if one purely focuses on Reverend Nissen's and the others' interviews, they, of course, is based on their experience, an assessment that could be made that they should be deemed appointable. But one sits with the issue that, of course, somebody has to take responsibility for the massive backward slide of the Human Rights Commission during the tenure of these incumbents. And from our side, we reserve our position in respect of all of them to deliberate at caucus level about it, and then it will be decided whether we are in a position to support them or whether we hold the view that they must bear ultimate responsibility for the poor performance of the Human Rights Commission and that we therefore don't support them. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think, Chair, honorable members, my colleagues have just indicated, I support the name of Mr. Nissen, Reverend Nissen. And I think we note, Chair, that the commission did not do well performance-wise. But I think we need him because he was a part-time, if I check here. And now, if we happen to bring him full-time, I think that he can assist how he presented himself in the interviews. I think it's the reason why we have support now. And two, Chair, I think I want to also to indicate to the committee that this experience that from the report, the response of Mr. Nissan to what was raised in screening, it is the indication of how brutal apartheid was, Chair, to young people, particularly Black people. I think he was very young. I don't want even to go into more details because we are late, Chair, but it was bad that he was treated that way at that age and given a criminal record with the punishment of lashes. Chair, it reminded one of the experience that one went through in those days. But without getting into details, Chair, we support Reverend Nissan. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jansen.
No, it's a quick one, Chair. If there's one candidate out of all that we have interviewed that stood out on the basis of the interview performance, it would be Mr. Chris Nissen. He came there. Remember, this was a person who was part-time, but the manner that he worked and operated, he worked 24/7. And so if we're to make him full-time, it's just a formality that we're doing because that's how he has been working without being designated full-time. Secondly, if there's one candidate who put up a plan in that interview, and I still remember the 4 points that Honorable Breitenbach asked him, and then he dealt with all of that, issue of proper budget, fast tracking of the cases, issues of governance, and a rapid response to complaints and so on. So he had a clear plan. And so based on the interview, and this is one candidate who was not comfortable in terms of how the human rights has reflected itself. He spoke about this disconnect between the work done and what is reported, and that's what he wants to fix. I wouldn't mind even this candidate to be my chairperson. I take note of the reservation of the DA. I was expecting that for some time, but I'm basing this on the interview.
Thank you very much. I think by majority, Reverend Nissen will be supported. Next name?
Next one is Mr. Grandson.
Sorry, who?
Mr. Grandson.
Mr. Grandson. Any takers? Honorable Masako Jela.
Chair, I don't support that name without waste of time, Chair. And I listened to him when he was talking. I think, let me just say, I don't support him. I don't want to break anybody and say things that him, even if sharing this.
Thank you. Honorable Nebot.
Yes, also don't support the name, Chair.
Thank you very much. Any other takers? The name falls away, it's not supported. The next name?
The next one is Professor Majola.
Professor Majola, the current chairperson.
Swart, yeah, Chair.
Honorable Swart.
Yeah, I think, Chair, responsibility, as Professor Majola said, he accepts responsibility for the poor state of the Commission. And whilst he's got a lot of experience, I think it's very important that we do hold that aspect of the state of the Commission. It's a difficult one because one does want a degree of continuity, but I don't support Professor Majola because at the end of the day, the chairman of the Commission must accept the responsibility as he did. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Janche.
Chair, thank you very much, Chair. I'll be closer or with Mr. Swart on this one. You would remember that at the end, I gave him my 5 minutes. I donated my 5 minutes to him to elaborate and give us a plan. He didn't do that. He couldn't do that in 5 minutes. He's not new. He's been there. And I think we're sending a message. We would have asked this in the annual report to them that as they come to the interview, will take into account the declining performance of the commission. And him being at the head and full-time, I was not impressed by the interview. So in fact, I don't find him appointable.
Thank you very much. Can I get people who have a different view? There's no one who's got a different view. In the interest of time, can I move to another name so that I'm trying to have us finishing all the reports? The next name?
Chair, the next one will be Mr. J. Bisibanyo.
Mr. J. Bisibanyo, current serving commissioner. Any takers? Any takers on Honorable Sibanyoni? Honorable Judge?
Chair, even though he prefers to be full-time in his response, I found him not to be appointable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other Honorable Nuvo Trofan?
Yes, I second Honorable Janki. I don't support his name or appointment.
Thank you.
Chair, Swart here. I think the challenge is of holding candidates accountable for the state and a degree of continuity. So I'm a bit betwixt between both JB Sabanyani and Galm, because we do need some form of continuity. So I would like to support Mr. Sabanyani, but I do appreciate that there's a majority of you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any other name supporting Mr. Sabanyani?
Chairperson,
Honorable
I'm
Mkhwebane?
struggling terribly with network. Chairperson?
Yes, proceed. Proceed.
No, Chairperson, I wanted to say I'm struggling terribly network and I can't hear a thing. I wrote on the messages. I said I didn't support Professor Majola. I also don't support Advocate Gum, and I was going to give a message that there were instances where he was not truthful to the committee. And Mr. Spanioni, I don't have any objection about him. I support Prof. Madlingozi. So I'm just going all out to do this because I'm just in and out. I'm being cut, network terrible.
That is understandable. So in fact, there's a seconder for two people spoke against the name of J. Bisibanyo, and two people in support of the name of J. Bisibanyo. Can I get an indication by show of hands as to how many people, so that we are able to? Honorable Ramulube?
Thanks, Chair. I do not support the name. Thanks.
Honorable Ramulube? Other people, can I just get by indication of hands? Honorable Ngola?
Chair, are you asking whether we must show our hands in support or not in support?
Let's start by not in support.
I don't support.
Chair.
Okay. Yeah, one.
I had a suggestion, Chair. I think
Okay.
you can count now because the people who just said they don't support, they are already many now, Chair, because of Comrade Khomotso, Honorable Khomotso and Honorable Ngola. So we don't have to count. I propose that we just close this matter.
Okay, can I say by majority, Honorable Mr. JP Sibanyoni was not able to make it?
Yes.
Thank you. Next name?
The next one is Prof. Maslingos.
Prof. Maslingos, there's already an indication from Advocate Mkhwebane supporting Prof. Maslingos. Honorable Jele?
I think I support Honorable Mkhwebane on this one, Chair. I support Comrade Professor Maslingos.
Thank you, Honorable Ngola.
Maslingos is supported, Chair. Thank you.
Honorable
Chair.
Yes,
Support, Chair.
Okay.
Chair, would you?
Yes, I'll come to you, Honorable. Yes, it's Honorable Hall and then yourself.
Yeah, Chair, from our side, we cannot say that the professor is fit and proper for appointment as a Human Rights Commissioner. I think his interview exposed a lack of the loyalty and commitment to our Constitution that is required to be considered as a commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Start.
No, thank you, Chair. We share Mr. Horn's concerns and won't support this candidate. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Can you say by majority Professor Maslingos has been supported? The next name?
The next name is Advocate Gao.
Advocate Gam. Remember, colleagues, that there was no seconder for Mr. Gungubele, so you still have one opening.
Chair?
Honorable Swartz?
Yes, Chair. I think we, from our side, would support Advocate Gam when you consider the need for continuity balanced with holding accountability. At this stage, even as a possible part-time position, we only have Reverend Chris Nissen and Advocate Gam who previously served. So one does need to balance new members with continuity. And he did indicate that he was in the middle of a number of projects. So whilst I appreciate he was a member of the majority party, from our side, we would support his nomination. Thank you, Chair. It could be as a part-time position. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Any other takers? Honorable Ramulugang.
Chair, without wasting any time, I do not support the name of is it Prof. Gam or yes, but I do not support the name. I don't share a similar sentiments with Honorable Swart. Thanks.
So Honorable Ramulugang does not support Advocate Gam. Any other takers? We have one support and one dissenting. Any other takers on this one?
Yeah.
Honorable Judge. Honorable Breitenbach.
Thank you, Chair. I agree with Honorable Swart.
Honorable Mkhwebane.
Oh, I wrote on the chat, Chairperson, because of my network, I don't support Advocate Gam. And I said I can give a detailed explanation why and some untruthfulness to the interviewing panel.
So Honorable Mkhwebane does not support Honorable Advocate Gam. I heard the voice of Honorable Janji.
No, Chair, I just wanted to speak on the issue of continuity, that Ms. Chris Nissan is there. We now have more than 2 years of commissioners we have appointed, including the deputy chair and Ms. Ntuli. So there's a basis of support for the level of continuity that we have. It's not just Mr. Chris Nissan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other takers? Can I now put it to a vote? Those who support Advocate Gam, can they raise their hand? Honorable Swart, Honorable Engelbrecht, other people, Honorable Breitenbach.
Chairperson,
Hello.
Mr. Engelbrecht can't vote if Advocate Bredenbach and Mr. Horn are present in the meeting.
Okay. So we minus Honorable Breitenbach, Honorable Swart, other people. And then, okay, and then those who do not support Advocate Gam, can they raise their hands? Honorable Ngola also, I'm not sure, Committee Secretary, can you advise? But
Chair, those who have raised their hands, Advocate Nkwebane, Ms. Ramlubeng, Mr. Ngola, Ms. Maseko Jele, Mr. Janji, and Ms. Nivo Drachen.
okay, I think by majority, the name does not qualify.
Chair, you have muted yourself. Chair.
Honorable Maseko Jele.
Oh, you muted yourself, I saw. Thank you, Chair.
Am I muted?
You were earlier, but now you are fine.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was saying that we have one vacancy left now. It's of a part-time commissioner. We only have Advocate Sandra Mokwasha, and we need to have another part-time commissioner.
Chairperson?
Honorable Nivo Drachen.
Thank you, Chair. The name of Gungubele, I would support him for part-time commissioner so that he can grow during that position. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Mkhwebane.
Chairperson, considering the issue of people with disability, I wanted to suggest that we reconsider Tele, because he's very much experienced in that field. He's living that, he's subjected to discrimination. That's the candidate I can support. Alternatively, Mr. Spanyoni, who has been there as well, worked with in the Human Rights Commission, can also add then in the institutional memory. But I am just not supporting Gungubela because of the experience. Thanks.
But you must have one candidate. You can't have Tele and the Sibanyoni. Just have one candidate at a time.
Tele.
Okay. Honorable Mkhwebane support Mr. Tele. Honorable Nivo Drachen supports Mr. Gungubele. Honorable Swart.
Chair, I would support Mr. JB Sebanyani for part-time.
And there's a third candidate, Honorable Betty Sibanyoni. Honorable Ramulube.
Chair, I would like to support Honorable Velma on the support of Ngungubeni.
So we have 3 names. Can I put firstly those who support Mr. Ngungubeni? Can they raise their hands? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then those who support Mr. Tele, can they raise their name? You can't vote twice. Those who support Mr. Tele, can they raise their name?
No, my hand was not lowered, Chair. So I lowered it later.
Okay. No, it was members of the ANC who were not lowering their hands, so I wanted them to lower their hands. Honorable Mukwebane.
Okay.
It's 1. And then Mr. Sibanyoni. Those who support Mr. Sibanyoni. It's Honorable Swart. So Honorable Mr. Ngungubeni by majority is supported. Can we move quickly to the report? Committee Secretary.
Chairperson, can we just get a few minutes to read it quickly because we only got it this morning, please. I'll be quick. Two minutes.
Can it be flighted in the meantime?
Chair,
Honorable Maseko Jele.
I thought that maybe we have 2 or 3 reports this morning. Can't we allow Honorable Velma continue and then let's bring the other one that maybe she has read and maybe we continue and then we don't waste time if
No, I think that is in order, Honorable.
possible.
Chair,
Yes.
just Swart here. May I just indicate that I reserve my position on this report? I need to leave now. And we just, although some of my candidates were not supported. So, Chair, I'd like to reserve the ACDP's position, but I do need to excuse myself. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Members, the report of the judges. Let's start with that one of Judge Motata. It was circulated for some time. Members have read it. It's taken as read. Can I just put the report as a whole for us to look at whether there is any support for the report, or can we just vote on the report because we've had a lot of time to go through the report? Just for us to be able to save time. Can I now put the report on Judge Ngola Motata? Those who support it, can they raise their hands? Honorable Jele, Honorable Ngola, Honorable Janshi.
Is this in support of the report?
Yes, it's in support of the report.
DA will reserve itself.
Hello?
Chair, today we are confusing us. We want to move for the adoption and then we second, we move. We thought that now today, little bit confused, raising hands. I'm not sure, Chair.
Those who support the report, can they raise their hands?
Chair?
Okay.
Chair?
And Honorable Janshi?
No, it's Bonani, Chair. I think Ms. Maseko Jele was suggesting that we should be having somebody to move, and then the second, I think that is what she meant.
Yes,
okay.
I think so. Okay.
But still, even this one to ask for a support of the report is not procedurally incorrect. So those who support the report, can they raise their hands?
Chair,
Honorable Janchi?
I move that the committee adopts the report.
Okay, so let's go back to that process. Honorable Janchi
And
moves that the report be adopted.
I support the move of the adoption. Thank you, Chair.
Then
Chairperson?
those who support the move. Hello?
Chairperson, sorry. There is a correction needed in the report, but I will liaise with the Secretariat. There's just one line that there's a correction needed on both reports. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. The report has been moved and seconded. Those who do not support the report, can they raise their hand? So, Honorable Janchi, can you lower your hand? I'm saying those who do not support the report, can they raise their hands? We have Honorable Mkhwebane. And by majority, the report has been agreed to. Let's move to the next report. The report of Judge J Hlophe. Is there any mover for the adoption of the report?
I move.
Honorable Ngola moves for the adoption of the report. Any seconders? Honorable
Honorable Neo Jochen seconds the move, Chair.
Thank you. Anyone who does not, any objections to the report? Or anyone who does not support the report? No one? Or Honorable Mkhwebane?
Yes, I don't support objects.
Thank you very much. By majority, the report has been agreed to. Can we now go back to the South African Human Rights Commission? Is the report flighted? I'm using a phone here so I can see. Can you flight the report?
It's not yet. It's not yet. Yeah, it's flighted. But I wanted to check with regard to the Human Rights Commission issue. Honorable Janji said something about nominating for a chairperson of the commission. I'm not sure if it would be a right process or not. Maybe we can advise how are we not supposed to deal with that as well?
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Can we have a person that will recommend to be the chair of the commission?
I formally move, Chair, that we nominate Ms. Nisan as the incoming chair of the commission.
Reverend Nisan has been moved. Any seconders? Honorable Chair?
Yes, I support the move, Chair, for him to be a chairperson.
Any objections? Any objections? No objections, agreed to. Then the report, can we deal with the report now, Mr. Stone?
I'm sorry, the other thing is that...
Hello?
Sorry. So I was just saying that that's also the term of office. So it's in the report we say for 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
And I just wanted to... Okay.
But I can't see the report. Has the report been flighted?
Yes,
Chair,
yes, can I have a mover? Can I have a mover for the adoption of the report?
Chair, I move for the adoption of the report with all the additions.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder?
Second, Chair.
Thank you. Any objections? Any objections? Honorable Breitenbach,
We reserve our position.
the Democratic Alliance reserve its position. The report is agreed to. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the meeting. Thank you, members. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair.
Recording stopped.